Okay, New England, let's turn off the computer, get off the couch, grab a mask, and maybe some popcorn because theaters and museums are open for business and inviting you back live.
We participated in virtual while we've been shut, and it just doesn't even come close to that energy level and that feeling of being back in the theater, even if you have to wear your mask.
So whether it's studio art, an Oscar hopeful,
Pleasure to meet you, Cyrano de Bergerac.
or two Grammy winners redefining opera,
And you want to do opera, you should do opera. That's the thing that should happen.
Chronicle has your all-access ticket to some of the biggest shows of the season.
Do, 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 do. Chronicle goes to the Nutcracker.
Yes, that's me, and this is Chronicle's Winter Arts Preview. It's the international soundtrack to the holiday season. Though the pandemic canceled performances in 2020, Tchaikovsky's magical score is back as the Boston Ballet returned to the stage in November with live performances of The Nutcracker.
It's a little bit like getting your life back. The whole fact of having the whole company together, being able to dance for a live audience, I mean, it's tremendous.
Mikko Nissinen is the artistic director for the Boston Ballet.
What is it about the Nutcracker that makes it a holiday staple?
First of all, it brings the family together, keeps the attention of the youngest ones, and then the grandparents are super happy because everybody in the family is happy, and then there's some really killer classical dancing in it.
This year, some of that dancing will be performed by the company's newest member.
My name is Michaela DePrince. I'm a second soloist with Boston Ballet.
Does it feel good to say that?
Yeah, definitely. A few weeks ago when we first started rehearsing, I was doing Dewdrop, and I kind of felt 16 again, I guess you could say. It just felt really nice.
How excited are you to be performing again in front of a live audience?
To hear the audience's reaction and to just have them in front of us is going to be really exciting.
With 38 performances in the 30-day run, performers learn multiple parts to stay nimble. DePrince is no stranger to wearing multiple hats.
All right, so you're a dancer, author, actress, international spokesperson. When do you sleep?
Never.
There is one more title that she carries with pride: role model.
For a long time, I'd had teachers telling me you should go do modern, you should join Avenue. Not Avenue. Avenue is an incredible company, but I'm a classical dancer, and you have the opportunity to change the way people see black and brown dancers. I'm going to really try to speak up for them, especially if they feel like they can't speak up for themselves.
It's like tutu heaven in here.
A single performance of the Nutcracker features 182 different costumes, which is why I rejoined Nissinen here in the Boston Ballet costume shop, where we find rodents.
Oh, you are not a nice mouse.
And bunnies and bears, oh my.
How difficult is it to dance in some of these costumes?
They have to understand, if I look like this, what kind of expression the outer frame has. It's not easy.
Fortunately, Howard Merlin, the director of costumes, understands what dancers need because he was one of them.
The head of the costume shop back then said, "You seem to be interested in costuming and wardrobe. I'll train you while you're still dancing." That's how I learned.
33 years and thousands of tutus later, he's still here doing things in much the same way as when he started.
We try and make all of our costumes from scratch here in the costume shop, and then we have stitchers that will actually hand stitch or sew on the machines the fabrics once they're fitted onto the dancers.
With so many options, it should be difficult to pick a favorite.
There's a lot of sparkle people.
But not for me.
My eye automatically goes to this costume here because I believe this is the Sugar Plum Fairy, and if I were to be a dancer, I would want to be the Sugar Plum Fairy. Oh my God. This
Now you
this
are
might
the
be
Sugar
my
Plum.
moment.
I couldn't leave the home of the Boston Ballet without a brief dance lesson, and what better teacher than one of the company's principal dancers, Tigran Mikerchen.
And now we do the bow.
I'm the Nutcracker, the prince, of course. I'm the Snow King, of course.
No lack of confidence, right?
It's very strong mentality for me because I'm coming from a hard life too. I had a single mother as well. Even I don't have money, the things that I might need, I'm always happy, always looking forward in life. So I'm trying to be humble where I need to be, but I'm not humble where I don't need to be.
That distinction becomes clearer when you see Meeker Chen supporting his fellow dancers or hear him talking about his main inspiration.
I would never, ever, ever continue probably doing ballet if my mother wouldn't pay the price to raise me the way she did, because this is the most beautiful thing I found to give her back, you know?
I just love the Nutcracker. And back to Michaela de Prince. She was actually born in Sierra Leone and was adopted by an American family. And she co-authored a book about her journey with her mother. It's called Taking Flight: From War Orphan to Star Ballerina. And Anthony, it is actually an international best-selling
That's
book.
an incredible story
Yes.
for sure. And we should mention that, like many performance venues, the Boston Ballet is requiring proof of vaccination, a recent COVID test as well, negative COVID test, obviously, for all adults and teens that are visiting, and masks are required at all times. Not out of the woods yet, so still got to take our precautions.
All right, up next, we're going to the movies where a former teen star turns in an Oscar-worthy performance.